All right, guys, let's get some NBA picks and props for Wednesday, April 24th slate of games. Trey, let's take a look at that leaderboard. Have it starts off.
Yeah, guys, just want to give a quick preface of my last 24 hours. I know a lot of you guys know I'm a Lakers fan, and I was pizzazz-filled in yesterday's episode or show because I did not know what was about to happen. Bear, he tried to warn me. Yes, I can give him that. But hey, the Lakers, they did not prevail. I was very distraught. I made a deal with God before the game, actually. I said a quick prayer. I said, God, please, if you give me this win, I will see you on Sunday. I'm going to see you in church. You best believe it. And the Lakers, they were up 20, up 10 at halftime. And I turned to my girlfriend and I said, hey, looks like we have a date on Sunday with God. And you know what? God said, not today, young fella. And hey, Thursday's almost here, and I'll be back ready than ever. Let's go.
Yeah, I don't think that's how prayer works, one. Two, I did warn you. I mean, this was going to happen, and it's going to be worse because they're going to win game 3. You're going to be all the way back in, and they're going to lose in 5. So I'm going to tell everybody that now. I have warned him. I've said sorry. I think I said sorry for last night's game 6 hours in advance. So nothing's on me here. I've told Trey everything. I've tried to talk him off the ledge. He's just all the way in on the Lakers right now. So Trey, let's take a look at that leaderboard. I'll have you start us off.
Yeah, guys, and I am actually 0-1 now. My game legitimately just ended. I gave out the Phoenix Suns plus 3.5 going up against the Timberwolves. I expected KD, Booker, and Beal to show up in this game. Backs almost up against the wall. Now they are up against the wall, down 2-0. They kind of got the game handed to them because they just did not show up, and it was embarrassing. I expect them to show up at home in Game 3. We're seeing a lot of 2-0 leads so far in the NBA. Maybe I'll switch back ways whenever the other teams go back home.
Yeah, I'm hoping my game's not going to end in a 2-0 because I've got the Mavericks minus 2.5 to tie the series up. The script is flipped. The Clippers are now the minus 2.5 favorite because Kawhi Leonard out of nowhere is going to play. This guy hasn't been at practice, no contact at all since the end of March. So incredible recovery from Kawhi Leonard here to be playing in this game. So hopefully the Mavericks can still beat them. Minus 2.5 is the play there. Trey, let's go to the props. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, and I am 0-0 right here. That's because I gave out Kyrie Irving over 24.5 points going up against the Clippers. That game has not started, like Bear said. Excited to get off here and watch that game. It should be a very competitive game.
Yeah, and I've got Damian Lillard to go over 6.5 assists. First half was exactly the same thing that happened in the first half of the first game. He scored a bunch of points, no assists. He's got 3 assists right now in the third quarter, needing to pick it up on the dimes. And the Bucks are also losing by, 9 points right now. So maybe we'll get 3 more assists, but I doubt it. So looking like an 0-1 day there. Trey, let's go to the plays for tomorrow. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I'm going to be breaking down this Eastern Conference game, this Miami Heat going up against Boston Celtics game. And it's going to be an entertaining game to watch. I do believe that we're going to see another blowout, but I feel like 14.5 points, I don't want to deal with the backdoor cover. So I'm just going to go with the Boston Celtics to score over 108.5 total points in this game. That is just far too low for what this Boston Celtics can do. And yes, I do expect the Heat to try to come out and punch the Celtics in the mouth, but at the end of the day, there's just too many stone cold killers on this Boston Celtics team. And by the time the second half comes around, Miami's will just be broken in this game. They're going to be allowing Boston to pour on the threes because that's one thing that the Heat defensively have allowed this season was a ton of three-point attempts. They allowed the 6th most three-pointer attempts per game during the regular season. That's just something you cannot do against Boston, who as a team shoots 38.9% from the perimeter, which is the second highest in the NBA. In Game 1, we saw Sam Hauser just absolutely go nuclear, and the Heat were just continually letting the Boston Celtics just shoot three-pointers. And yes, they're going to miss some, but they're also going to make 5-6 in a row at times as well, and that just breaks your will defensively. And the Heat, they're just not big enough to keep the Celtics off the glass, and you cannot afford to give Boston extra opportunities because they're going to kill you with the three ball. So give me the Boston Celtics here. I'm going to take them to score over 108.5 team total versus the Heat.
Yep, love the play there for you, Trey. For my play today, looking at the other game, The Pelicans going on the road to face off against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Game 1 was exactly how I thought it was going to go, with the Pelicans covering pretty easily and it being a low-scoring game. These are two of the best defenses in the NBA going head-to-head. It really sucks that Zion Williamson is not going to be playing in this series, because if he was in, I think the Pelicans could take this series because of how young OKC is right now. But it's going to be a tough ask for the Pelicans to win this series without him. I do think they're going to hang tough again in this game. I'm taking them plus 8.5 here on the road. They had every opportunity to win the first game. It was a very low-scoring brick fight early. It came down to the last couple minutes, the last couple shots. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander made an and one. That's just the player that he is, making clutch shots. I think these teams match up very well against each other. I think we should see another low-scoring game with the Thunder taking it late, but the Pelicans getting 8.5 points again after what we saw in the first game. It's laughable. This is still one of the better teams in the NBA. They've got Brandon Ingram. I really don't like him. And we also got CJ McCollum. He only made 2 3-point shots in the first game. That's not going to be the same in this game. They have really good depth on the bench, especially in the backcourt for the Pelicans. It's going to be a remake of game 1. I think it's going to be a low-scoring, close contest down to the end. Give me the points in this one as the play. Trey, let's go to the props. Have you start us off.
Yeah, guys, I'm going to go with Jonas Valanciunas. I have to agree with Bear. I'm going to take him to go over 24.5 PRs going up against the Thunder. I love this over for Jonas in this game. We will continue to hammer his over here because he's going to continue to deliver as long as Zion is going to be out. That's because we've seen Valanciunas play some minutes, and I'm all here for this because over his last 2 games without Zion, Valanciunas, he's averaging 28 minutes per game, which is well above his 23-minute per game regular season average. And in those minutes, Valanciunas, he's doing work, averaging 32 PRs per game. And I kind of expect something similar here in this game. That's because that's what we've seen historically from Valanciunas in the playoffs. Over his last 4 playoff games, he's averaging a massive 30.8 PRs per game. I expect we see Valanciunas just try to dominate the painted area and say, this area is mine, grab some boards, and slam it back into the hoop. So give me Jonas Valanciunas to go over 24.5 PRs versus the Thunder.
Yep, like the play there, Trey. For my player prop today, it's going to be Derrick White over 12.5 points going up against the Heat. I took Derrick White over his total points in the first game against the Heat. I actually took his over total points and his over 3-pointers made, but I switched to the over total points at the very end. Either way, they both hit. He made 3 threes. He had 20 points in the game, and I said this on the members side, and I mean it whenever I say it again. The Celtics, they're going to win this championship if they get great play out of Derrick White and Al Horford. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, those guys, those players, they're great athletes, sure, but I think Jason Tatum is the most overhyped superstar in the NBA. He doesn't really need to perform well in this series against Miami. He did have a pretty good game, 23 points, triple-double. That's what Luka does every single night. But he also played 41 minutes in that game. I'm not entirely sure why he played that much. They don't need Jason Tatum right now, and that's good for him because whenever it comes to clutch time, I can guarantee you Jason Tatum, probably in the finals against the Nuggets, he's not going to come through for them. That's why I think Derrick White and Al Horford are the 2 most important pieces for this Celtics run. They didn't have great nights day in and day out to help out Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Derrick White's now scored 15-plus points in the playoffs against the Heat in 4 of the last 5 games. He has dropped over 20 points in 2 of the last 5 games and over 18 points in 3 of the last 5 games. He has also taken double-digit shot attempts in 5 consecutive games against Miami Heat. Whenever everybody's focusing on Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, Derrick White's going to just simply make his shots like he's been doing all season long and in the playoffs this season and last season against the Heat. Give me Derrick White over 12.5 points as the play. Trey, let's go to the graphic. How do you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I'm going to go with the Celtics to go over their 108.5 team total versus the Heat. Far too low. Celtics, they averaged 120 during the regular season. Yes, I expect the Heat to try to play some elite defense, and I feel like this 12-point shave off of their regular season average kind of reflects that, and they're going to smash it. Also going with Jonas Valanciunas, over 24.5 PRs versus the Thunder. He's been dominating here recently, and rinse and repeat.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Pelicans again on the road. Very close first game, expecting a very close second game, plus 8.5 points. Getting a lot of points there, ridiculous. They give me Derrick White, over 12.5 points. He's the difference maker on the Celtics team. Actually, Trey, I'll ask you, because what I said was kind of, out there. Do you think Jason Tatum's overhyped that much?
I feel like Jason Tatum is overhyped. I feel like he's not an elite superstar. He's definitely an all-star, but there's a few people I would take over him.
Okay. All right, just making sure. Derrick White, over 12.5 points going up against the Heat. Guys, it's going to do it for the NBA Plays and Props for Wednesday, April 24th slated games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please sure drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching. Super Bowl. We also have 12,000 subs coming right around the bend. We're at 10,200. We're going to give away 2 tickets to anybody to any game they want. NBA, NFL, college basketball. It doesn't matter. We can wait until the new season for NFL. Any game you want to go, whenever we get to 12K, we're going to have that giveaway coming up as well. Leaderboard. We had multiple questions this morning about how to become a member for the YouTube channel. Let's do that really quick tutorial. You're going to go to youtube.com. You're going to go to Bears Profit Plays. You're going to search it in. You're going to hit our thing. There's a join button right just to the right of subscribe. You can click that. There's 2 options. You have the Bear Pack for $4.99. That gives you access to YouTube member plays. And then you have the Bear Pack Gold for $7.99 a month. That gives you access to our member plays on YouTube. And it gives you a 1-month membership to our website, bearsprofitplays.com. So if you get the Bear Pack Gold, you save yourself $2 a month. A little bit cheaper if you want to do that. But that is the tutorial for anybody that needed it. We had multiple questions today through email about how to do it, and it wasn't working. But if you want to know, there it is right there. Trey,